In this video, I want to talk about Stape Store. So the abilities of Stape Store are similar to Firestore. Basically, what you can do in the Stape Store is store like small files of documents, like similar to Firestore. You can access the Stape Store using your Stape account just by opening container and then clicking store. So as you can see here, my store is now empty, and during this video I want to show you how to write the data to Stape Store, read data from Stape Store, use our restore variable, and then how to use like how to upload data to Stape Store. What are the use cases of Stape Store? So the most popular ones is basically when you need to enrich some data. We have a blog post that describes two use cases. Like the first use case is when you want to enrich a page view event with the user data that was stored on the purchase event. And the second use case is when you want to add some click IDs when click IDs is unavailable. For example, it may happen when you track, like for example, you use webhooks to track purchases, and basically if you use an offline data such as webhooks, click ID is not available. So Stape Store is a solution for pushing click IDs to your, for example, Facebook purchase event when click ID is not available. In this video, I want to show an example of how can you track like real profits using Stape Store. So the process of tracking the real profits would be is that we will upload a CSV with all the product data to Stape Store, and then when the purchase event triggers, we will use this data inside the Stape Store to push, for example, to Facebook or to Google, not the like product value or the cart value, but the real profits that were made. So let's get started, and first let me show you like what possibilities Stape Store has. One thing that I forgot to mention that we created custom tag and variable templates for Stape Store, but we created the same templates for Firestore. So in case you do not want to use Stape Store, or you do not use Stape and want to use Firestore, like read and write data to Firestore, just feel free to search for these templates inside the sGTM template gallery. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I want to show is how to write data to Firestore. Not to Firestore, to Stape Store. To do so, you need to go to template section and search for Stape Store writer tag. Then we need to configure this tag. Here we need to add some like settings. So the most important one is document key. Is basically like the name of the document that will be added here. So as a document key, I will use the Stape user ID. Stape user ID is a power-up that you can enable on Stape. So just to enable this power-up, click power-ups, then scroll to user ID, configure, and just enable it. What this power-up does, it adds user ID to the request header. Once you've added this power-up, then you need to like extract it from headers. I will show you later how I extracted it. Then you can just select like whatever settings you need. Basically, if you want to merge document keys, if you want to add event data, timestamp, and so on. Then you can just add some custom data that you want to write, and then select a trigger. So let me, for example, write user data on the on GA4 purchase event. I will click save, and let's see what we will have. Okay, so as you can see, inside the sGTM debugger, Stape Store Writer tag worked correctly. And let's see what we have inside the Stape Store. Here, as you can see, Stape tag wrote everything correctly to Stape Store. And here you can see basically all the event data that was available on the purchase event was added correctly to Stape Store. The second option that you can do with the Stape Store is basically read data from Stape Store. And to do so, we would need a lookup variable. Go to the template section of your sGTM and click Search Gallery. Here you need to add a Stape Store lookup variable. And then we need to configure this variable. Let's say that I want to add a user email to Facebook page view events when this email is not available. So I will search for a document with the ID that equals to Stape user ID. So I'm selecting user ID. And then I need to add a key path inside the Stape Store that differentiate user email. So user email is located here. It's userdata.email. So let me add it here. I will add this as the Stape Store lookup email and click save. I need to add this variable to my Facebook page view event. Okay, let's go to user data, email, and then add Stape Store lookup email. Okay, and one thing that I forgot to show is how to extract user ID from the request headers. Basically, it's pretty simple. You just need to create a new variable with the request type request header, and then just add this name. Let me refresh my sGTM debugger, and we will check if everything worked correctly. So you can see that this is the Facebook page view tag that was triggered. And on the page view event, we were able to successfully extract user email from the Stape Store. And it was successfully sent to Facebook. So this is a good way on how you can increase event match quality on Meta or any other platforms. Basically, normally you do not have any user data available on the purchase event, but in case you have the same user who already visited your website and made a purchase or submitted a form or somehow added their details on your website, you can restore this data from the Firestore, and then you can use it to enrich purchase event or page view event or add to cart event. Now let's see the third custom template that we created for the Stape Store. It's called restore variable. the first step that we need to do is go to, again, template section and add restore variable from the template gallery. So basically what restore variable does, it searches for specific user identifiers inside the Stape Store, and it can, if it is able to match Stape Store record with the data that you provided inside the Stape Store, this restore variable, then it will extract some like certain parameter. So let me show you. It will, with the example, it will be easier to understand. So basically, this is the layout of a restore variable. In the list of identifiers, you can include like some identifiers by which this restore variable should identify user. The main benefit is that you can specify here multiple identifiers. For example, it can be like first name, last name, email, Stape user ID, or whatever. And in case like of for example, let's say that first identifier that you added is Stape user ID. Then it means that this variable will first check if there is a record in the Stape Store with a that carries this Stape user ID variable. If not, then it will continue searching for other records. For example, let's say that here the second one you specified is email. Then, for example, it is not like Stape restore variable was not able to find a user with a Stape user ID identifier, then it will look for the user with the email that is added here. So let me configure it and I will show you how it works. Okay, so I configured my restore variable, and what it will do, it will search for the records inside the Stape Store. First, it will search for user ID, and if it matches this parameter, then the variable will restore the phone number. And if it's not able to find the user ID with the user ID that equals this parameter, then it will continue searching for the email that matches this parameter, and then first name, last name, etc. So let me click save, and I will show you how it works. Then we need to refresh the preview, and then again click through the website, and we need to create basically a record in so we need to do an action that will create a record inside the Stape Store. So I've just made a purchase, and now let's see. So basically here we have a restore record, like document. It starts with restore, and here you can see that there is a data that we decided that we needed to write using the restore variable, and these are the list of identifiers that we used to write. Okay, let's see what we have inside the sGTM debugger. So inside the sGTM debugger, the restore variable is looks like this. Now, if you want to use data that restore variable was able to extract, you need to build another variable that will get the phone from the restore variable. Since the type of this variable is object, we need to use a variable that will be able to extract data from the object. To do so, you need another variable template that was created by Stape. Again, click search gallery, and then search for object property extractor. create a variable, and we need to extract from the object restore property phone. So now click save. So what we did now, we extracted the phone from the object restore, and now we want to use this new variable that we recently created to add this information, for example, to Facebook page view event. To do so, we need to use a transformation. So transformation is like a relatively new object inside the server Google Tag Manager. So we need to create a new transformation that have a possibility to add or modify event data values. I will call it we need to Facebook page view, and we need to add a phone number that equals to restore phone. Okay, let me preview the configuration and we will see what's going on here. So this is the page view event, and Facebook page view tag triggered correctly, and basically I want to see if the transformation worked correctly. To do so, just scroll down, and here you will be able to see like the information that was sent to Meta. As you can see here on the purchase, on the page view event, we have a phone number here added. If you want to see like data without the transformation, just add this, enable this checkbox, show original, and as you can see here, without transformation, the phone number was empty, and since we used the transformation, so the phone number was added correctly. Okay, so we've just covered 3 functionalities that Stape Store allows to do. Is basically read data, write data from Firestore, and restore data. The last use case that I want to show is how to upload data to Stape Store and use it inside the sGTM. And I will add a file like with the profits of my product. So basically, this file consists of the item ID and the profit for this item. What I want to do now is use a lookup variable to find the product inside the Stape Store and extract the real profit and send it to Facebook. So let's configure it. Again, go to sGTM, click variable, new, and we need to use Stape Store lookup. We need to use a query setting, because basically we do not know the document path, we just know the query, basically query like when item ID matches this number. So I will add a field item ID, and it should equals the value. Let me see what value it should equal. So I need to make a purchase and understand if there is a variable that defines the product ID. So this is my purchase event, and let's go to variables. Okay, so I do not see a variable for the product ID, I guess. And let's see inside the event data if we have it. Okay, I have this item ID on my request purchase tape from data tag. So, what I need to do is I have it inside the event data, and let me check if I have it inside the variables. Okay, looks like I don't have it, and we need to add it as a variable. 1 second, let me do that. So inside the event data, I have it as item ID, and let me create a new variable. Okay, it should equal the item ID inside the Stape Store should equal a variable item ID, event data item ID in my sGTM, and I want to extract here profit. So let me name this variable profit, and again, let's test the setup. So we made the purchase, and now let's find the request by data tag, and we need to find a variable profit and see if it worked correctly. Yeah, so basically profit is 45, and the item ID is 22. So let's go to Stape Store and check if everything works correctly. So basically I hear that for item ID we have a profit of 45, and like on the other hand the value of this item is 100. So the next step, what you can do is basically open your let's say Facebook tag and add here like a revenue that equals this variable profit that we recently created. That's it. That's everything that I wanted to show you about Stape Store. So basically the most common use cases when using Stape Store is enrich or somehow override the data that is available inside the sGTM. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.